Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Benita Afrobomb TV. And today's conversation is so special to me because conversations like these are gonna start occurring more on my channel. They're also a little controversial, but they're definitely engaging. And it allows me to express myself, which is important. So today's conversation is cultural appropriation versus appreciation. And I really want people to listen to what's being said in this video. Because a lot of people with conversations like this, so quick to hop to defense. But this, but that. That's cool, that's fine. But take a second to really listen. So, hope you're ready, sit back, enjoy, and get ready to engage in some dialogue with me. Tell me what you think. No further ado, let's get started. Okay, so to get everything started so that we can get everyone on the same page, I don't want anyone to be like, well, that's open for debate. That's open for debate. It is. Everything else will be, but the definitions are not open for debate. So I'm going to give you the definition of appropriation versus appreciation. So the definition of appreciation, I have my laptop right here. The definition of appreciation is recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. To me, the key words in this are recognition and enjoyment of good qualities. And the definition for appropriation is the act of taking something for one's own use, typically without the owner's permission. Keywords here for me, taking, the action of taking something for one's own use, typically without the owner's permission. Keywords in this, taking, own use, without permission. Okay, cool. So that's so that we can all have a stable understanding of what appropriation is and what appreciation is, just in case people are like, well, what is appreciation? What do you mean by appropriation? Well, what do you mean? So those are the definitions that I'm going off of. I Googled the words and these are the first definitions that came up. That's how I got them, just in case anybody wants to know. So basically for me, this conversation stems from the fact that I constantly feel an urge to be upset when I see people or groups of people getting fame or notoriety off of other people's cultures and them kind of pretending like that's them or that's their own thing, when I'm like, that's not how you got that. That's not the origins of that. That's not where that came from. And to me, it's frustrating because it's taking the voice away from a group of people or from a person, and it's basically saying like, shh, go away, I got this. And then that group of people are never properly represented in that term. And what I mean by properly represented in that term is, like it says here, the recognition. It's saying, hey, you know what? You did your thing, that was dope, I'm about to do it, okay? Can I do it? Yes. We, the Black people of America, say you can do it. And yes, it is like that. It is basically like, hey, y'all, can I do this? That's okay. A lot of people are going to say, well, not really. People could do whatever they want. You know, groups of people or whatever are just sensitive, which may be the case. It may be sensitive, but when it's something that dear to you or that personal to you, then you're allowed to be sensitive about it. Another thing that really gets me with appropriation versus appreciation is, for me, I don't believe in the term when in Rome, do as the Romans. I don't believe in that, because I feel like when you are in Rome, you are coming as an outsider. You have tools, you have techniques, you have beauty, you have intelligence, you have skills, you have craft, you have all this stuff that you can offer to this society, right? If you go in there and you fake the funk and you do as them, they don't have that interaction. They don't have that experience. You get what I'm saying? And you as an outsider, as soon as they interact with you, they try to become who or what you are. There's a lot of authenticity that is lost. There's a lot of confusion as to who we are. For me, the most beautiful thing about people, humans in general, is that we're all so different. If you bring us all in a room, you put everyone in a room, there's so many differences that we all have to offer that we can learn and grow from. And I can learn and grow from your techniques, but just because I learn and grow from your techniques doesn't mean I now have to become your techniques or become you, the person who has taught me those techniques. It's enough to say, you know what, that was really dope. I'm gonna put my own twist in this. I'm gonna change it up a little bit, but thank you. And when I go out and teach other people or share with other people, I'm gonna make sure they know who taught me. I'm gonna make sure they know how I got this. A lot of times, most of the time, all the time, with appropriation, that second interaction doesn't happen. That you taught me this and I'm thankful, or I've learned this from you and I'm giving that back. That doesn't happen. Instead, it's taken, it's stolen, and it's highlighted. A lot of the times with appropriation, it happens to a smaller group of people, or a group of people who don't have as much power. And a larger group comes in and says, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, thank you, thank you, thank you, I'm gonna take it, it's mine now. And then other people see it and they're like, oh my God, that's so awesome, where did that come from? How did you learn how to do that? That's so cool, wow. And then the other group's like, what? We've been doing that since 1365. We've been doing this, we showed you how to do it. And they're like, hey, that's cool, shut up. And that's not fair. That's not fair because it takes away from the power that groups of people have. Especially a lot of times in appropriation, things that are appropriated are things that make a certain culture or a certain people unique, are things that have kept a certain group of people alive, things that have taught them different things about their culture and themselves and their personal beauty. And for someone to come and take that, and someone to come and snatch that and say, this is mine, to you, it may seem like just the hairstyle, but little did you know, there was different codes and patterns in that braiding technique that told stories about how to escape. There's different patterns and different, little twists and turns in the cloth that showed you where you need to go, or told a story about your ancestors or your aunt. You're looking at it and you're seeing, this is cool, I want to wear it, but other people are seeing pain. Other people are seeing technique. Other people are seeing, this is what kept us together, or this is what we have. We didn't have food to eat. We didn't have clothes on our backs, but our talented sisters, our talented brothers were able to, braid your hair so that you didn't have to worry about your hair while you were out doing whatever you had to do. It becomes painful because it's like we want credit for our stuff. It's the same, it goes for everything. It's the reason why plagiarism is a problem in college. You can get kicked out of schools. You can get kicked out of universities for plagiarism, for taking credit for someone else's work. Culture should have the same guidelines. You can get kicked out of America for that. And I just say that to say because there's so much that goes into it. If someone plagiarizes something, right, they're just like, okay, cool, I like this, boom, they're done. But the original creator of that stayed up all night. And maybe they're talented, maybe they didn't stay up. But in this case, they stayed up all night long getting research. They read 3 books, traveled 3 different countries. They did all of this stuff to give you this one literary work, to give you this one piece of information. And then you just take it and run with it. It's not fair. And it causes pain and it causes hurt because that person has owned up to this. That person, that's part of their identity. With culture, that's part of our identity. I'm able to look out at different people and say, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're cool, you're cool. And just because you have something that I think is beautiful or cool doesn't mean I have to take it and make it my own. That is appropriation. What I can do is say, you know what? I love how you do that. I once seen an Indian wedding from the balcony at a hotel. I instantly just said, wow, I've never seen anything in my life so beautiful. Like, that was just beautiful. I'm just like, oh my God. But I didn't say, well, I'm gonna go have an Indian wedding now, or I'm gonna marry it. No, but what I did think was, wow, maybe I should learn more about the culture. Maybe I should be friends with someone so I can be invited to a wedding and enjoy and participate in that moment without being the center of that moment. Just sitting there and enjoying the interaction, sitting there and enjoying what I can learn from that, adding to myself by the interaction, not actually taking it on. That is appreciation. This is beautiful. This is nice. Maybe I took a beautiful picture at the wedding and I have it hanging up on my bedroom wall. Cool. Appreciation. But I don't have to go and try to find the traditional wear and, try to learn, different languages and stuff with the group of people. That is too much. And to me, it's draining. And what it shows to me is a lack of confidence and a lack of self-awareness for who you are and for what you have. Because you have power and tools that you can bring to another culture. I have powers and tools that I can bring to another culture. And we can have an even exchange. I went to China when I was like 14 years old, and I spent a month there. And when I came back, I didn't feel the need to show. I didn't feel the need to dress in traditional Chinese cloth and walk around and try to speak Mandarin to everyone, because that's where we were. They were speaking Mandarin for the most part. They weren't speaking Cantonese. They were speaking Mandarin. Walk around and try to, speak Mandarin and say, oh, well, now I'm this or now I'm that. No, I say, it was a dope interaction. I met a couple of people there that I probably won't forget for a while. It was a good time. I learned this, I learned how to do that, and now I feel like I'm a better, well-rounded Black woman because of these interactions I've had, these beautiful Chinese people that I met over in China. But I didn't have to be like, oh, well, now I'm Chinese now. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You don't have to do that. That's so consuming. But there's a difference. There's a difference between appreciation and appropriation. And I made this video so I can kind of vent, honestly. But I also made it because I feel like people don't understand the difference. And people say, well, I just like it. Well, I just want to do it. Well, when it comes to culture, you have to be a little sensitive. When it comes to, it's not just trying a dish and saying, well, now I'm going to try cooking this. It's deeper than that. You can't just completely take things over from other people and say, it's mine, it's ours. But if you think about it, a lot of people who do that, their country, their world, their lifestyle was built on that very thing. Taking it over and being like, it's mine. So when they do it with culture, it's not a problem. When they do it with something that seems to them smaller, because if they've done it to a group of people for years, them doing it in specific situations, taking hairstyles, taking clothing, taking, different things, doesn't seem like a big problem, because literally it's been done since the beginning of time. So tell me what you think down in the comments. Appropriation versus appreciation, is it not that big of a deal? Should everybody be able to do whatever they want? Do you agree and say, you know what, just give credit when it's due? Let me know your thoughts. I enjoy making this video so much, and I feel like a huge boulder just dropped off my shoulder because I don't have that pain, that tension anymore. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video, but most importantly, I really want you to drop your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking about it, because I'm always ready for an intellectual conversation. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.